The problem choosing a relationship based on feeling a spark or instant attraction. I'm Sharzad Morgan coming to you in the evening. I had to bring out a light, and today is my pajama day. One day every week. I know you've seen my workout videos, my strength lifting, my sled pushes, my animal flow, me running. One day a week, I don't do anything, okay, because I believe in balance. I don't even leave the house. Okay, so I'm still in my pajamas. Okay, this is my off day. And I just want to tell you that it's great to have an off day, to not leave the house, to not take a shower, to not work out. Doesn't mean you're depressed. I'm not. I'm making content. And I just had dinner and I'm having a glass of wine. So I'm going to share this video about the problem with looking for instant attraction, because some of us are told the lie that instant attraction means this is the one, this is your soulmate, which is a total lot of BS. There is no the one, there is no soulmate. There are lots of people who can come into your life, maybe under karma or whatever. A certain person is more likely, but the more you get out and get around people, the more it is likely that you will meet someone that enters your life. But before we had the internet, people I don't think that they really just fell instantly in love. What typically would happen is that people would be interested in each other or attracted to each other, or maybe not. And then as they saw each other over a daily basis and they saw how the person was and their personality or the way they behaved, the attraction, interest would grow. It could happen in school where high schoolers start dating and they end up getting married, in church, at the gym, at work, in college. And work used to be a very common place where people would meet to get into relationships, and they wouldn't ordinarily feel attracted right away. But maybe it's like, well, wow, I saw the way he gave that report, and I like the way he handled that situation, and then your attraction grows. I was working with a dating coach a few years ago, and she told me the same thing. Her name is Catherine Daniele. She is on Instagram, so you might want to check her out if you're on Instagram. And actually, she was very good. And she told me that ideally, to find a man who's a 7 out of 10, and as you get to know him, he becomes your 10 out of 10. And I have experienced this myself. I remember one time I worked at a company and there was a coworker who was really not that attractive. He had a lot of acne and stuff. But I started seeing how he was funny, how he could handle situations, how he was so intelligent. And after a year or so, I was like, this guy's a 10 out of 10. If he was single, I would totally go out with him. So I think it's very healthy for people to have their attraction grow over time. That's the healthy way. The unhealthy way is, I need this instant attraction, and that's where the love bombing comes in. I think there are times when people do feel instant attraction and they know this is the one. But often it could also be a sign of insecurity, insecure attachment, love bombing, and needing to feel the sudden rush of hormones and attraction to someone who's usually not the right person for us. I've learned that for myself, that instant attraction is actually a red flag. This comment is inspired by someone who left a comment on one of my videos that was called How Men Bond During Sex. And he said that a woman's interest and emotional involvement grows over time, but at the same time, they expect to feel a spark right from the beginning if you're going on a first date. So how is it not a woman's fault if online dating or blind dating doesn't go well for them? They don't give men enough time for these feelings to grow. They are basically shooting themselves in the foot if they're choosing purely based on the spark. And this is from Tiger Bear 3038. I'm going to post the video that he's referring to right here in the cards. You can look for it. And I thought that was such a good comment, such a well thought out comment, such a good contribution. The same coach had told me, when you go on a date with a guy, go give him a chance for a second date. I mean, people naturally like each other based on their interactions over time. This thing of like, I need to instantly feel something is not accurate. Of course, if you go on a date with someone and they're rude, or you don't like them, or you obviously don't share the same values, you don't have to go on a second date. However, it's just like, would I be willing to go on a second date? Like, don't look for that spark. I think it's important to give friendships a time to develop, and to see if you can enjoy somebody's company. I've only ever gone on one date that led to a second date. I know this light is making my eyes look like a vampire eyes, like creepy. I gotta fix my light. But on the first date, we had a really good talk. And then after the date, I was like, I gotta figure out if I can feel attracted to him for the second date. Let me see how I feel. And so we had a second date, and I didn't. So there was no kiss, there was nothing. But at that point, I had a discussion with him. I was like, I don't feel attracted to you because you're kind of like a people pleaser. And he said, I know, but that's just how I am. I'm not going to change for anyone. But I was willing to go on a second date, and that I was really proud of myself. So when I met my ex-husband, I wasn't attracted to him right away. I thought he was annoying. First 2 times I saw him, I thought he was annoying. So this video is going to be called Don't Look for a Spark. And by the way, this is what those of us do have an OnlyFans and stuff, and I have it just for fans, and I am in the industry, if you know what I mean. But when I'm not working, I like to dress really modestly. I remember when I worked at the strip club, this was like 8 years ago. I worked at a nude strip club for 4 months, 3 or 4 months. And the ladies, when they left the strip club, they were all wearing these lots of clothes, bundled up, like, because it's like, I don't always want to be on. I don't always want to show my ass or my titties or my pussy, I want to, this is where I like my YouTube channel, because it gives me a chance to be, have a chance at making money at something that isn't sexual. Thus the baggy clothes. But if you want to see it all, head on over to Just for Fans, and you can see everything, including my tone apps and everything. But yeah, I always want to get more subscribers on my Just for Fans, because like I put out this great content, and if I had more subscribers, I could make more money. So yeah. But I'm not going to put the link in here because it's under a different name. But anyway, getting back to the point, is like, kind of give people a chance to get to know you. Don't look for that spark. Don't look for some guy to like be your instant Prince Charming, or to save you from having a bad day or from feeling sad or depressed. It's like, can I like this person? Can I like this person? Do I like this person? Don't look for a guy to spend a bunch of money on you. Like, do you like this person if they're not spending money on you? Because ultimately, to be in a relationship, you have to be friends. You have to like the person, enjoy spending time with the person, share some common values. You have to like the person even if there's no sex and there's no money being spent. Because a relationship, most of it is just a lot of drudgery. Like if I had a relationship right now, there would be no sex happening. There'd be no money being spent. There'd be cooking, dishes, cleaning, working, relaxing, going out, exercising. It has nothing to do with the other person. Can I still enjoy having this person in my life when there's not constantly a spark? Because you know what? In a relationship, there will be times when, many times, when your partner is not there. You got to handle your own emotions. Or times when your partner is turning you down and rejecting you for, doesn't want to hear you talk, is too busy, doesn't want to have sex with you, isn't interested in what you're interested in, is in a bad mood. And you got to be able to handle yourself, be able to repair, lean in. So we can't rely on another person to like give us a spark. It's just important to feel attracted. And I think attraction is something that grows naturally over time, kind of like yeast makes bread rise. Yeast makes bread rise and kind of develops. And I noticed this with like friends that I've had or trainers I've worked with. At first I was like, huh, you're this way. And then they show me more of their personality, and they teach me more things, and they help me out more, and I start to appreciate the breadth of their knowledge and the breadth of their contribution to me, and I start to appreciate them more. All of the trainers I've worked with. So I think that the right people in our lives can gradually grow on us, whereas the wrong people will. And by the way, sometimes the instant attraction is like a trauma bond, someone who's really bad for you. So instant attraction to me is a red flag. I would not want to date if I had instant attraction for a guy, I would be like, time out here. This is not safe. Because it usually means some kind of trauma bond, or this person reminds me of one of my parents who didn't meet my needs, or something off. So I don't want to feel instant attraction. I want to feel attraction and curiosity and interest. A little bit of attraction, a little bit of interest, a little bit of, I kind of like you. I think that's what we should look for. Anyway, I want to thank Tiger Bear 3038 for his comment. That's really good.